Hello, Munson here, recording a short video on my definition of meditation. And I can't help it, it's the way the mind works. This is quite a good example of part of what I'm going to talk about. Is when I say my definition of meditation, I also want to say my definition of a bombastic gestile. And that's the mind, isn't it? This faculty of ours that is constantly evaluating, judging, thinking, associating. And in some ways, the process I share, particularly in this project of the Meditation Daily, is to bring about some freedom from that process, but not by trying to not do it. Now let me expand on that. One, it's not really a beef, but I don't think meditation is about trying to stop thinking. And also I see a lot of meditation which is encouraging people to think. So creative visualization to me is a thought process. It's asking people in guided meditations to think about things, to evoke a certain state. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I merely mention it in relation to what my view on it is, my opinion, my point of view about meditation. So there's that thing. And I remember being a child, a very young child, being led through a guided visualization process by a teacher. He must have been quite a visionary teacher. I must have been about 5 or 6, 7 maybe. And we licked the inside of a peanut packet. And we know how the mind works, that can make you salivate. And it was just such an interesting process as a child to see that, or to experience that. So there's that part of meditation, which is asking people to think in a certain way, consider certain things, and take them into a state, presumably a relaxed state or an elevated state. And that's why I think part of meditation is associated with that, of like, Om Shanti Namaste, I'm being conditioned into a new state. Oh. And then there's the other part, or another part, not the other part, of trying not to think, and which I think is hopeless, although not impossible. And at the same time, my personal view on that, my opinion on if people were to stop thinking or thought less, that would be an amazing thing. So I'm a great advocate of the challenging the predominance and the association with constant thinking that we seem to have in our world. It's a hallmark of our Western mindset, is that we're always thinking, and the thought of not thinking is so self-destructive and anxiety-provoking that I've taught in a meditation group where somebody said, I think I'll die if I stop thinking. And I don't know exactly what they meant, but I took it to mean that it's like I think, therefore I am, literally. If I don't think, then I'll cease to exist. And we know that's not true from going to sleep at night. You don't stay up and keep thinking to survive. But anyway, so there is the idea that meditation is about stopping thinking, and I'm all in favor of stopping or lessening thinking. There is the type of meditation that encourages thinking, and what I am espousing, sharing, teaching, if you like, is neither of those. Now, I will occasionally say things which will provoke thought, and I will encourage people to focus in a certain way which reduces thinking. So in a way, I am contradicting myself, and I would appear to be a supporter of both methodologies of encouraging thought and encouraging not thinking. But over and above that, and quite poetically, because I think that's what meditation is about, is becoming transcendent and broadening your view. That's my main message. That's what I mean by meditation, is to practice being aware and deepen and develop your awareness, your observational capacity, your ability to notice. Is to make a point of doing that. So that's the first thing, is to do it. Maybe there will be Superman style, you can just have it infused at some point. But at the moment, I think the way to go about it is to make the effort, which most coaches of any discipline will tell you. If you have to do it, you have to practice. So first is the routine and the timetabling of stopping, which is what I offer in Meditation Daily. And then there is the practice of broadening your awareness and notice